So how has your time at EAG helped you to build a career that's meaningful for you?
Yeah, massively, I think has helped us because at the beginning, like all of us, we were saying, we started from zero. So the career progression, we didn't know obviously at the start how we would have progressed. From a business development, after 1 year, I've taken all my exams and then I became an advisor. But obviously, I was a very new advisor, so I had to again learn from different advisors. And then start to have my first client, then my second client, and then so on. So the journey of career growth has been there over the last 10, 11 years, and it's still there because I'm still looking to continue to grow my client base, my asset under management. So it's a never learning and growing journey. So career progression, I think it's always gonna be there.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I share the same sentiments as Andrea. I think we all started out a junior staff doing business development. For myself on the graduate scheme, and there was a progression to advisor after doing the exams, lately to manager and advisory group director for myself. And I think that's the type of career progression that EAG can allow new people to achieve as well. There's this ability to progress in your career here that might not be the same in every similar type of company.
Exactly. And then advisors can choose. Some can focus on just continue to build their book. Some can, say, I actually want to also manage my own team. Like there's always choices that we can make and they don't have to be all the same. And that's quite nice. I find like the flexibility that we're given to build our businesses how we want to build them, or grow either to be a leader or have your own team or whatever it is, really. I quite like that about this firm and EAG as well.
So on that note, Elena, would you share a bit about your own experience about building your own team?
Yeah, so similar actually to Darragh, business development, and then I became a financial consultant and a senior financial consultant, then a financial services manager where I started having other young advisors wanting to, learn the ropes and ultimately be where I am. So now I'm also at a point where I've also just hired my own paraplanner because I'm also focusing on growing my book. And of course, I'm aware that I need someone there to help with all the admin side of things in order to make sure my clients are getting the right experience and the correct attention for me on what's needed versus me spending all the time on admin paperwork. No one likes that, right? So look, definitely I've seen probably a similar progression to Darragh.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could have easily, I can change my mind. And that's the beautiful part about EAG, right? If suddenly I want to now refocus and not have advisors under me and just focus on my book only, I can do that,
Yeah, absolutely, Elena. I think for myself, I've got a few advisors on my team that I manage, and they're from all different parts of the world. Okay, so you kind of get to know their different cultures and what areas that they want to focus on. And it's about mentoring them, just making sure they get all the right trainings, meeting all the product providers, the different investment houses, etc. So I've done a lot of that over the last few years. And lately we built up an internship program. So I worked with a recruitment firm to bring in some interns. So we've been receiving a few every summer. So there's a bunch here at the moment at this point in time. So it's good for us to get assistance for our work and to kind of coach them if they do want to move into this profession next time, that they understand the business, what's going to come with working here in this environment.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we've all enjoyed giving back to the community in the form of an internship, whether it's students from Singapore local universities or overseas. It's nice working with the younger generation and giving them our wise words once in a while, although we're not that old.
So we just talked about some of you having interns coming in. So what would you say to someone that's perhaps thinking about being a financial consultant but does not come from a finance background?
So that's actually really applicable to me because I was similar like that 9 years ago. I went complete 360 career switch. And what I realized, it's just about you need to be willing to learn wanting to help people, you're ethical, you know your priorities straight, and you're interested in doing this. Because we actually have an intern now, for example, she studied psychology, but is looking at this now, working with people, wants to help, is interested. Or we even have IPP engineers and just, again, maybe someone that studied arts in school. So really, I think you don't have to have a financial background. You don't have to have a financial degree. You could certainly take one later on. It's okay. You can easily re-educate yourself. I've been 9 years in the industry now, so I do have a financial background. But certainly it's okay for someone to come out mid-career and think whatever they're doing is just not right for them anymore and starting brand new.
Yeah, I think it is possible, as you're saying, and obviously you are the perfect example because you didn't study finance. I did study finance, so for me it was kind of easier. And I can relate to that. I can see that the fact that if you were not having that financial background, it means you probably need to work harder at the beginning. You need to study a little bit more. Obviously, to take the exams, you are a much harder working attitude than someone who is from a financial background, but it's definitely possible. You just need to put your mind towards that, looking at markets every day, learning about new areas of financial planning, and then definitely, it's something that you can do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it will be easier with a finance background, but I don't think it's the be all end all here. It's how people they're willing. I think Elena said, and if they're willing to put in the work, all the input will lead to output. If they're willing to learn and adapt and just learn the products, learn about markets and investments that people are not so strong at the very beginning. But there's also the insurance aspect, which I think is a bit easier to kind of understand when they're fresh new advisors. So I think it's not really essential, but it would make life easier at the beginning. But I think as we discussed, it does get easier over time. And if you put in the work at the start, that is really the main thing that's most important.